Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's reading is going to be about believing in the magic that's all around you and what it's going to materialize and manifest for you. Because I'm finding out daily that when I turn to really positive aspects of my life and I have a lot of gratitude and I hang on to that and I'm like, wow, I'm so excited that I'm able to, use all these new materials that come in all these decks. For instance, Hay House had a spectacular sale the other day where all their decks were $9.99. So I was able to scoop up a few and I got this beautiful deck we're going to be using today, the guidebook to trust your vibes. The artwork is beautiful. It's so wonderful. I was excited from the second I saw it, but I want to do an experiment with you guys. So this was one of the cards and it called Name Your Higher Self. And come over and see me on Instagram. I posted this today. And this is saying that, we can creatively bypass our ego and our conscious mind and we can tap directly into our higher self by giving it a personal name. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be Crystal, Sunday, whatever you want. The name isn't important. We talk regularly, right? And we learn a lot. It sounds silly, but when we talk to ourselves, our highest self, and naming our higher self makes a conversation with it much more intimate, and it opens a door to higher vibration and perspective in a fun way. So you can ask for guidance in any situation, just like it's a dear and trustworthy friend. So speak to our higher self out loud. I do this. And also if I'm going off course and I'm overspending or doing something silly, I'm like, hey, Aurora Flora, because that's mine. Aurora Flora, why are you doing a twofer? Every time you buy a Christmas gift for somebody, you buy two for yourself. Because I tend to have friends and family, and my daughter has similar interests. So I'm on those sites where I love everything too. And I'm like, how about you focus on the people you're buying gifts for and not more for yourself? Because honestly, if you saw my house, it's an absolute Aladdin's cave with what I do for a living, making jewelry as well. That's my second passion. I just have piles of gems, jewels, crowns, everything, everywhere, everything I've made. And I couldn't possibly want or ever need a piece of jewelry, but I see something and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? It's funny. So when we do this, we it's a really enjoyable perspective. The more specific the questions, the more specific the answers too. So it's like, don't let your ego block this powerful technique for accessing your higher vibration. Really listen, because when you give yourself a pause, you'll start to give yourself answers. And it's really striking how our psyche works, because it doesn't want disbalance, problem, or drama in our life. So it finds ways to remove it, right? Like I'll say, Aura Flora, this particular person is very demanding of my attention. Although I adore them, I don't think they quite know how busy I am. This is a little distracting. And then I'll be calm, and then I come from a place of absolute love and healing. And then I realize, this person is bursting with energy and love, and they're trying to right their situation and figure out who they are in the world. And you're helpful to that endeavor. So just realize that, and you can give it your attention when you want. You don't have to rush, that sort of thing. And it really works. So you guys really try that out. And come see me over on Instagram. I'm running like the gold mine of all friggin' contests, like all week long. I started last week with a gold coin giveaways, and I'm running that for a couple weeks. Everybody gets to win for a week. Just go check everything out. And then I have like a silver kookaran, and I'm going to be doing crowns, readings, everything. Because December, it's like I love to give, and I like to stay really busy and industrious. I find if I have lots of things to do, I can calendar it out really well, and I'm much more effective. If I have a whole day where I only have to do one or two things that I'm appointed for, that I start to space out and overcomplicate them. So it's like I do like to stay busy, and it is a time to make people feel good, because I know you guys, I understand your struggle, and it can get a little antsy if we allow it, the expenditures, the time. I feel like everybody's very amped up in stores and everywhere. It can be a good contagious mood, or it can be an impatient, sort of contagious mood. So I'm really, really an advocate for shopping online and staying out of the stores the week before Christmas, just because, I love men so much, but they just don't even know what the hell's going on. Honestly, if you ever go in a store or CVS on like on Christmas Eve to get cold and flu medicine, and you see this poor chap there trying to look through things for last minute presents, it is beyond the valley of gloom. I mean, I've helped people out that have asked me, is this perfume good? I'm like, it's CVS. Hell no, dog. Put that down. You know what I mean? It's like, just give yourself a restful place. Buy, you guys, buy now so you get your stuff by, Christmas for sure. And if you want to buy anything from my Etsy shop, you guys, I send it out within 48 hours and it arrives within 2 or 3 days. However, if you do live in Europe, you have to allow for, a week. And we have to think rationally because time gets away, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already the 15th. I can't believe it. It's crazy, right? So let's see what we have going on today for you guys. We have number 1, which is sound check. There's also a number 12 there. Number 2, which is call on your joy guides, also a 16. Number 3, ask for your spirit helpers, number 15. And we have adjoining crystals, clear quartz crystal, a rose quartz heart, and a citrine. And thank you guys for pointing out. Sometimes I just put them on for beautification. I love them for the energy. And you guys are like, what were those crystals? And if anybody has questions, where are the timestamps? They're always down below in the comments. I have Gidget, Joe, and all these beautiful people that help me out. And you guys are my little Santa's helpers. And I love and adore you. Oh, and Gidget, I just put your stuff in the mail too. There's so much stuff going on at Christmas. And I'm a little like that. Comment down below if you're a little perfectionistic in that if your name and your label is on it and all of that, it's like, I really don't trust anybody to do anything to the degree that I want it done. So I'm like, I very rarely delegate any of my work. I have my daughter can package up Etsy things and stuff. But even then I'm like, it's weird how it's like, I like to handle everything and do it and have it be nice and put in, little extra gifts and do all that. So it's funny. But at times we kind of have to release that. So I'm really excited. Let's see what's going on. We're going to begin with number 1, which is sound check. Now, I love this because this says the more you pay attention to the energy around you, the quicker you activate your clairaudience, the ability to tune into your higher self, angels, and guides. That's my gift, clairaudiency. I hear what I'm supposed to say when I'm channeling. It comes with images now, too, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it started with clairaudience. So the ability when we tune into our higher self, this awakening comes with responsibility, however, as a newly developing sixth sensory being, just as your sensory levels are rising to intercept higher soul supporting frequencies, so too is your sensitivity to negative soul debilitating vibrations. No lie, you guys, as a clairaudient, I can't go out in large groups for extended periods of time. Any kind of very high-pitched voice, laughter, falsehoods, adrenalized, I guess it's just like those people that get very theatrical for attention. It drains the shit out of me and I really have to get away from it. So we have to know that as clairaudience that happens. So comment down below too if that's happening to you. Don't be afraid because you have ringing in your ears. It feels like your ears are popping. That's how it all starts because the angelic frequency is much higher. It's like that's how it's delegated to us and we interpret it. But with the ringing, when I hear that, I know to either calm down or focus on what's in front of me. I can't tell you how many times my life has been saved in my car for just a quick ringing and me looking up and bam, somebody's at a dead stop or an animal is there or something. All the time save my life or at least save my car multitude of times. So really pay attention because the angels are surrounding you now and trying to help you through sound. You'll also be very sensitive to people, again, high-pitched laughs. You'll be able to pick up on falsehoods in people's voices too when they're not telling the truth or they're not their authentic selves. Weirdest thing, like people be discussing something with you and you know that's not true what they're saying or they don't really feel that way. It's very, because you're sensitive to it, okay? But I love this soul supporting frequency because we're going to be able to really discern where we should be at, right, by that sound check. So your angels and helper guides right now are advising you to surround yourself with most harmonious sounds and vibrations possible. Those that communicate love, gentle acceptance, and harmony to keep your energy in balance. I am always playing reggae, soft jazz, music that's conducive to slow everything down and let me focus. And that'll help you too. It'll keep your energy in balance, and the universe is going to help you out in big ways with this because clairaudiency is magnificent. I mean, it works in so many subtle ways. You hear animals like so much clearer than other people too. It's really weird. Like I'll be like, oh, there's a crow. And people are like, I don't hear anything. We'll drive down the road a ways and there'll be a crow. It's really magnificent. Be especially mindful of what you listen to day to day. I don't watch the news. I don't watch death, destruction, and all of that. It's not healthy. Healthy. Step away from nerve inducing sounds, things that keep you on edge. I don't like, oh my God, I could never listen to heavy metal or anything where there's constant heavy smashing on things, or even movie theaters after a while. It's too much on me. This means you need to turn off violent TV programs, negative talk radio, gossip, criticism. Be sensitive to your spirit's need for sweet vibrations. Sweet, sweet vibrations. Like me, I'll give you sweet vibrations. I'm like that too. I'll listen to certain tarot readers in the beginning. And now as I am more tuned into them, I can read between the lines of what's going on if they're having anxiety. And if anybody is projecting anxiety, whatever, I have to turn it off because I'm sensitive to that. I want to hear nice things. I want to know. I want an image displayed for me that I can work towards that is going to bring me love and light and harmony, not disaster and all that foolhardy garbage. No. Your spirit's delicate. It's vulnerable. Not weak, just delicate and vulnerable. And it thrives best in vibrations of harmony and tranquility. Listen to good sounds, people telling you nice things that are in harmony and rhythm with you guys. Beautiful. And I love that. And nothing truer is ever said. Honest to goodness with me. I remember once just having this conversation and I realized, these people, they were young and a little narcissistic, but all of a sudden, I just got like, I had to get away from that particular person. I didn't know what it was because I was just, I was young and I was like, what the heck? And then later come to find out it was like, this person I didn't know at that time always tries to get like the skinny on everybody just so they can, speak ill of them. But it's like you can sense their vibration. It comes through in their voice, all of that. So stay away from people, with that low vibration and gossip because it's taxing on our nervous system because we're sensitive and we don't operate on that frequency. Ooh, likey. The breath of life with the ace of arrows. So you're going to be going into this new, I call it the continuance of hope. It's when you pass some kind of threshold. It was almost like a test and you're like, oh, enough is enough. And then all of a sudden now you have new, fresh vibrancy. You are renewed. You have energy. This is your second wind. And you're like, if I can do that, bitch, I could do anything. You know what I mean? Like I've undergone some travails in my life. I remember when my mother died and we had to go up and it was in the dead of winter in Maine and there were piles and feet of snow and I had 2 young children and they were still in, the crib and everything. And I was like, after I experienced that, and I remember being on the phone with all my uncles and trying to organize everything and our funeral and hearing that night at 2 a.m, they were like, your mom has an incredible, everything, her systems. Can we please, in the name of science, study some of this? Because she honestly should have died days and days ago, but she just stayed awake. It was like this crazy, her heart is so powerful. I don't even know medically how to explain this. And I was like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? And again, I have a different take on death. I feel like people are always right around me. And I knew like the moment she passed and all of that. But I thought if I got through that with all those kids and all my family and all the angst and everything, I can get through anything. And you're feeling like that now. You're like, you know what? There are peaks and valleys, but again, we can make those mountains into molehills just by the comparative factor that we have hit a crazy threshold at time. And I feel like right now, be aware you have a personal team of guardian angels who are working directly with you to keep you safe and on track with your soul's karma and purpose for sure. With their help, you don't have a need to feel lost, afraid, or concerned about your direction. Your angels are by your side. They're above you, behind you, before you, and they will connect with you. The right support with the right people. They will bring you presents. They will help you. These are the miracles that are going to come for you in an amazing way. You have healing guides all around you. You may be challenged with a physical, emotional, or psychic imbalance. Don't fear. You have time. You have a team of divine healers that are committed to helping you. So feel that. You have this new breath of life coming with that. I love this. You're going to have this beautiful Lynx energy where you're able to smoothly guide yourself and go through any obstacles with ease. you're gaining the support of your higher self, your celestial forces. Some of the biggest words you can say is I decide. The moment you truly decide on a particular goal and you fully commit to a course of action, universe steps in and begins to assist you. But you have to decide. That's what this is kind of about. Like, I decide. I always say that too. It's almost as powerful as I am. I am directed, I am guided, I am protected, I am smart, I am whatever. When you say I decide nobody's going to step all over me. I decide nobody's blocking my dreams. I decide I'm worthy of the best. Say it out loud. All of a sudden your spine, like your posture changes, your shoulders go back, because I picture a few of you kind of like hunching over. Get that spine straight. Breathe in deeply. Know you decide you're going to win and come out ahead. The mirror. You're going to love what you see in the mirror. You're a new person. You're your new best higher self. Exercise your vibes. Get out there. Get a new story. Holding on to the belief that you're made only of old experiences, that disconnects you from divine guidance and higher vibrations. Rather than letting, your past define you, view it as a story of you that you have outgrown and you become tired of, okay? Invent a new story for yourself. Create a new you, one who experiences synchronicities, magical moments, divine assistance, and happy endings, because that's what's coming for you. And it's really remarkable, Group 1. So I love that for you. You have some miraculous stuff coming. I feel like my heart is palpitating. So that's you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. I love and adore you. Thank you for your support, your comments, my patrons, people that support my little Etsy shop. I love you guys. Your feedback is so sweet and you're so patient. Sometimes things going far and wide in the world, they hold in some of the depots for a week or two. And it's really agitating because I want you to have your stuff. That happens on occasion. Thank you for your patience and your absolute it's just support. It amazes me and you guys blow me away. Again, all my links are down below if you guys want a private read, you want to expand on what's coming for you. And I'm excited for you. So remember, sound check. Surround yourself with beautiful, beautiful sights and sounds. Sound is so important to me. If you guys ever listen to Simrit, that music is great. I listen to Enya all the time. Anything that's sweeping and epic and beautiful is going to be great for you. Beautiful. So now you guys, we have number 2, which is call on your joy guides. So I feel with this, your situation at the moment may feel critical, right? Don't allow it to become too serious or you'll lose your way. I do this too. I get all amped up around Christmas. Remember on a soul level that this is just going to pass. It'll pass much easier with the help of your joy guides to lighten your mood and elevate your vibration so you can move on to better, calmer times. We need to learn to recognize that our joy guides are on the scene. They like to play games and sometimes practical jokes with you to keep you from taking things too personally. Honest God, have you ever taken a swallow of something someone you're feeling makes you laugh and you legit choke on whatever you're sipping and you spew it everywhere? Or you're trying to do too much and you drop the toast, has to go jelly side down. Mine is with my animals. They are legit bonkers. I will set up for a read and have the most beautiful altar, and Winter will decide it's time to ice skate on the cards and crystals and just blow it all to hell. And that's part of it. Those are the jokes. They may hide your keys, they may move your things, they may steal one of your socks out of the dryer. But the joy guides are trying to capture your attention. They're trying to get us to relax and laugh at ourselves. So we have to play and have fun and not take ourselves too seriously. And I definitely feel like that this card is all about that. So let me pull out what is coming out for you. We have, oh, beautiful. What do you got here? Oh, by the way, you guys, I'm so excited. I'll show you this version of one of my favorite tarot. And it just arrived again. You guys know this Great Old Wildwood Tarot, but these are slightly smaller cards, and I like them. I think they're fantastic for shuffling. Ooh, so this is good stuff, you guys. You have the World Tree, which is the world. You have the King of Stones, Wolf, and then you have the Queen of Stones, which is Bear. Wow, fantastic. Right away, I feel like you're realizing it's a team effort right here with this World card. I feel like it's time for you to connect with your tribe and other sixth sensory people to help you gain even more confidence and trust in your vibes right now. Because the best way to send out a vibe of your own and ask your guides to call out for other people in your life like you. You're not all by yourself. There's many soulmates waiting to connect with you. You just have to send up smoke signals. They can find you. The way to do it is to come out excited about your new psychic muscles, celebrate your new vibe. If you do, support is going to show up in unexpected places. It's the modern way to live. I do that when I'm painting. All of a sudden I'm just painting something that's some facet. working and blank writing does that for me. All of a sudden somebody will text me. I'm serious. Things pop up for you in amazing ways. Guide your psychic playmates to you by opening the door and letting your light really shine. Ask those friends, family members, and coworkers who you enjoy if they ever feel intuitive. Go where sensitive sixth sensory people gather. Lectures, book signings, workshops. Introduce yourself. I have this great crystal shop in New Haven, Connecticut, where they hold all kinds of awesome stuff. Ask God or whoever your higher power is to connect you with new playmates. This week, look for a team of players, and just keep your eye open. I feel like you're going to be a magnet for this, because every once in a while I feel like you feel a little Looney Tunes and a little left out. Like, who could I have these discussions with other than Melanie? Because I have so many of you guys DM me going, oh, I would never bring this up to my family. Oh, I'd never talk to my friends about this. Like, every single friend, every coworker that I've ever known knows this about me from time one. I'm always talking about crystals, tarot, energy, all of that, because it's indicative of who I am in my life path. So just, go out there, learn. Right now, it's like we don't possess all the soul skills we need to resolve our life challenges. It's time to learn more in order to finances, to move to a higher vibration and personal space right here. This wolf knows this. Thankfully, you're being contacted by a very important range of personal guides, spirit teachers. Their primary purpose is to inspire you to learn. I'm one of those people. That's why I started this channel. Once I started to feel really good and my life was working out in every regard and I felt energized, purposeful, wonderful. I couldn't wait to wake up every day. I still can't. As soon as I get there, I get my materials and I get hustling, and I'm so excited. You guys know how early I post over on IG and my videos, and I do it daily. It's my fuel. I love it. And because of that, it puts me in this beautiful place of personal peace to be able to find this awesome information to relate to you. Again, go check a wide expanse of other speakers, teachers, learners. Marissa Peers is one of my favorite speakers in the entire world. She is the top-notch psychologist in the world. She, works with royalty. She works with everybody because she just has a beautiful, simple premise that once you realize that you're enough, that you're a worthy person to receive everything that comes your way in a good way, you treat yourself differently, you attract different things, you behave differently, you drop addictions. She is phenomenal. Again, her name is Marissa Peers, Peers. Please go see her. I listen to her whenever, I feel inundated with stuff, because it lets me know, I've got this, and I really do feel like this. They'll also direct you to teachers and classrooms that'll help you fulfill your soul's ambitions. I didn't even, these teachers will do that. I listen to Victor Otto, and he's like, oh, go listen to that. I go see that. I go see that. It clears a path to really great information. Now, the bear, I love this too, because this is just talking about stay in your own skin, okay? A sixth sensory person, you have a tendency to become over empathetic at times. You're not only sensing other vibrations, but you also absorb and internalize them as your own. My daughter does this. This is not only physically unhealthy, but it can make you physically sick if you do it often enough. The cure is to mentally and emotionally stay in your own skin. Don't operate like a psychic sponge absorbing the energy around you. It's okay to support others, but don't try to rescue them. Be like the bear. It's like, it interrupts their growth. It harms you as well. So stay in your skin by slowly breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth while focusing on your body. Allow others the dignity of managing their own affairs. I do this even as my teens are growing up. I allow them. I do not helicopter mom. I don't overcompensate. I have clients that have anxiety, and they'll constantly reach out to me like, help, this is going on. I'm like, I teach them to operate within their own skill sets and resources. Otherwise, I'm just babysitting. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh my gosh, I have these capabilities. I'm also, one more thing I'm hearing is do a constant vibe check. It's important for you to pay keen attention to the tone and level of vibrations that surround you. Seek to remain in good vibrations. Start to rate your vibes by how they affect you in all situations on a scale to 1 to 10. I do that when I'm around people. I'm like, what's this vibe? I'm like, if it's a 1, I'm outie. If it's a 10, I'm like, let's dance. It's true that it affects us, and it's time for you to feel energetic, lighthearted, relaxed, and get away from the negatoriums, because you don't need that group 3. So group 2. So beautiful energy, love and light to you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you have any questions regarding this, come DM me over on Instagram. I love getting into this and explaining certain things because I understand energy drains. I understand parasitic, just energy vampire, stuff like that. It's true. We exchange energies in so many ways that if somebody's energies are impure or Parasitic, it drains the hell out of us. And sometimes we don't even know that, especially if we've been around them a long time, right? Like a boss, or it can be anybody. A dog that constantly bites us or something. No, just kidding. I've never had an incident with an animal. I'm really lucky. And I mean, I've been around all kinds of crazy animals and I've been okay. But you know what I mean? It's really protecting yourself and feeling good and strong. So love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. And I post too. I'm going to do postings of all the decks I've been using over on Instagram too, so you guys can get a hold of them. I'm hoping Hay House is still having this crazy $9.99 special on all of these because I'm really impressed with them. Again, all my links are down below. Don't forget the subscribe button. Hit that away. We're almost at 40,000. Woo! We're going to have another. Yeah, come see me on Instagram. The stuff is off the hook over there right now. Okay, love and light, you need a private read, anything, everything is down there. Let's get on to ask your spirit helpers. I love this. I ask my spirit helpers all the time when I get in my car. Helpy, helpy. You know, these higher beings on the other side who are masterful in addressing the specific challenges that we face, whenever I'm facing it, I have a solution. I get in my car. Every once in a while I'm distracted. I'm like, Archangel Michael, please keep me and my family safe in my car. I feel utterly focused. And I've even had my kids say, wow, you're a really good driver. And I'm like, I know, I'm very defensive. I'm watching what's going on. I like, that's what I'm doing. When I'm driving, especially in the city. So they're masterful in addressing specific challenges that you're going to face. They're ready. They're willing. They gently help you achieve your goals. So don't hesitate to ask for help. Open up to the influence when you feel stuck by doing something completely unrelated to the challenge at hand, such as going for a short walk or relaxing with a cup of tea. If you want to contact a specific helper guide, you can do that as well. They can be people known only to you, such as your father, your grandfather, known whatever, famous people, whatever. You can also ask your deceased grandmother, known for her apple pies, to help you prepare dinner for your boss, type of thing. Your helper guides help you, and they will. I often do this with my mom, is like helps me with my main channeling as well as my aunt, but I'm always asking for humorous input, especially if I'm doing something challenging. Yesterday we did like a full clearance in my house and I had to get rid of a lot of stuff and props and stuff for the show, and they're going to different places. But of course, right before Christmas, I was like getting a little bit of anxiety. And then my son came in to help me, and he's funny as hell. Hagen is so funny. He's like, Mom, what the hell even is this? He's like, how many incense burners do you have? And he's just throwing stuff away without asking me. I'm like, take that out and let me see that. He's like, no, if you haven't seen this thing, he's like, this is in a box you haven't seen in 6 months. If you haven't seen it or asked for it, you don't need it. Chuck it out, chuck it out. And we were laughing so hard, I hurt my throat and I can't even talk now. But it's amazing. I feel like they'll come in. Also, I feel like right now, we have to realize again, you know, there are people and places out there, but we have to get back to basics of everything. Our psychic sense and higher awareness are founded on common sense, right? It begins with properly meeting your basic physical needs. And mine is for space. I had to get rid of these things. As obvious as it sounds, it's easier said than done for a lot of people, as they tend to live in their heads and forget their bodies. If you neglect your basic needs, your higher awareness is going to diminish, okay? It's going to leave you to operate on adrenaline and anxiety. So stop living on coffee and cigarettes or whatever is going on. I used to do that, and I swear to God, I got so burnt out. All right, while I'm getting your cards, I'll just share this with you. Like, for instance, when I won a modeling contest back when I was like 19, 20 in Beverly Hills, I just walked in off the street and was like, look at this contest. I friggin' won this modeling contract. But, I mean, and I was always just fairly thin, but because of nerves and all that, I just started, you know, I lived basically off coffee and cigarettes, and I felt so completely zoned out half of the time, or anxiety prone, you know, and that was not my spiritual basis or home base at the time. So we got to take care of ourselves. I remember that just not being a good mindset, and I just remember everything being frantic, and I was always late, and I'm never late now. I mean, really grounded and together. But when you don't take care of your body, use that beautiful groundedness too that you need. So assess your habits right now, you guys. Are you taking loving care of your body without guilt? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you drinking enough water? Eating healthy, lovingly prepared food? Getting adequate exercise? If not, you can pay a high price for your neglect and sabotage your higher awareness. Dude, happened to me. I wasn't like hydrating and slowing down and doing things I needed to do, and I'd rush out in the morning and start the car when it was 20 degrees, and now I have a cold. That sort of thing. Your body is your greatest psychic receptor. As a fully committed sixth sensory being, give yourself things and pay attention to the higher energies starting right now. Just do it. Did I already have 2 or 3 cups of coffee? If you did, that's probably good for now, okay? If you had 18 espressos, you good. But I'm like that too. I'm very Moorish. I have like I can't start eating Skittles or forget it. And I'll eat my body weight in them, stuff like that. So I don't even start with them. Now I love that you have the Great Bear. This is fantastic. So I love this too. This is like, again, the decide sort of thing. 2 of the most powerful words to raise your vibration and gain support of your higher celestial forces are I decide. The moment you decide on a particular goal and fully commit to this course of action, universe steps up and begins to assist you. But until you decide, the only thing the universe and divine support systems can do is respect your free will and wait. So not even your angels or guides can override your lack of decision. Okay. Once your intention is set, however, all sources on a higher power are ready, willing, and able to assist you. So ask yourself, what have I decided and what are my intentions right now? Once you name it, all systems go. And that's the Great Bear kind of energy. That's what a lot of people say. Oh, Mel, I'm trying to manifest this. I'm trying to do this and that. However, if you're just saying something, but you still have no belief, say about money, oh, abundance is coming, I'm making money, but you're still always checking your PayPal, or why is this low? I can't afford this. You're going back on these old tendencies. That's going to evaporate. You have to see what you're already grateful for. What have you already been able to afford? Your apartment, your car, your food. See, you've got this. You've got momentum. Money is coming. Money is working for you. It's an energy. So again, what have you decided? Decide you're wealthy. Decide you have that money. Decide that soulmate's coming. Decide. It's huge. It's as big as I am. Okay. Right now, creativity is going to be go crazy. So listen to your heart. Trust your vibes. It's the art and practice of listening to your heart that brings you rewards. It's that voice of inner wisdom, the divine spirit. Close your eyes. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Place your attention directly on your heart. Allow your awareness to rest there quietly and guide you. Trust whatever feelings that are happening. Don't censor or discount anything. If nothing comes immediately, don't worry. Remain open and patient. Guidance is going to be there. And this creativity too, fake it till you make it. Start doing stuff. A terrific way to access this is get your psychic engines fired up and running. Apply my favorite thing. Fake it till you make it. Pretend you're a psychic and trust your vibes. What would I be good at? I'm going to try painting. What colors blend beautifully? Let your imagination run wild. It'll tap directly into your psychic system and set your vibes free. Really, creativity is wonderful. You can take a step further and invent a secret self, a psychic persona, a sixth sensory genius who speaks through you when called upon, right? Have fun with her or him and give them an exotic name like the Wizard of Mr. Know-It-All. I don't know. I do weird things like this. Sometimes I'm channeling stuff and I'm out in public and I'm like, don't start having super loud conversations. Just calm down. I pretend I'm on Bluetooth so people don't call the cops. I swear to God. Home. Make wherever you are home so you feel balanced. Remember, part of this is don't take anything personal. To me, that's what this means, to build up further immunity against negativity and vibrations. We need to elevate the degree of good vibrations coursing through our life, make our home nice, make it spazoid free. You know what I mean? Don't have a lot of loose ends and junk everywhere. As tempting as it may be to interpret negative behaviors projected towards us as personal, no. We're at home where we are. None of that has anything to do with us. It's a reflection of their consciousness, not yours. By choosing not to play into this, you stay tuned into what's true and important to you, where you feel safe and, in a home space. Being impersonal doesn't mean that you're not unloving or unkind. It actually allows you to be more loving and tolerant towards those acting out because you're not engaged in defending yourself against a psychic attack. Remember, no matter how passionate you feel about defending yourself, let it go. Relax and focus on the good vibes. This is going to make your home life easier. It's going to be awesome. All right, you guys, that's amazing. Love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Beep, beep, beep. All my links are down below if you need a private read or anything. I'm very excited. I'm going to go upload.